patient live plant collection. Now, if you're thinking, oh, I like it, but I even like the planter, so I guess I'll have to go get a whiskey barrel. No, guess what? It comes with the whiskey barrel. So for under $42 versus what normally would have been almost $80 elsewhere, you are getting the whiskey barrel planter and the easy SunPatiens. And I'll tell you right now, if you like your SunPatiens to bloom and you really appreciate all the flowers, this is the one to get because it's gonna bloom for us earlier than what the other garden centers are gonna show you. Meet Devin. Devin, can we say hi, and then can we go over our choices in planters real quick? Because
absolutely.
I'm laughing because Devin just had to use all of his muscles to get his SunPatiens in his hand. That's huge.
It's a beautiful plant. This is what your collection is going to look like by Memorial Day. Look at all the flowers, the size of the blooms. Amy, this is our #1 annual, and we've combined it with our #1 planter to make the perfect collection. You want to go through those colors of the whiskey barrels?
I sure do. So I think we're starting up here, and we're going to go whitewash, and that they're all going to have a little bit of like a dark black rim to the whiskey barrel. So that is your whitewash. Then if you move over here, this is your natural choice. Then if you step down, I've got a red, but you can see like the burnished finish on it where it's got that wonderful highs and lows to it. If you move over here, this is your blue. And then finally right here, your light gray option. So you choose the barrel planter color, and then we're gonna deliver that. And then 3 pieces of the SunPatiens. And by Memorial Day,
you'll have a container that's full of beautiful blooms. Non-stop. This is what we love about the SunPatiens is that they're so easy, and when they start to bloom, they just don't stop. So we're talking here in Pennsylvania, easily 6 months of flowers. If you live where my sister does, where it never gets cold, 9 months of flowers, 12 months of flowers out of the year, reliably, and they always retain this lovely compact growth habit, which just makes them such an easy way to put it on your front porch, your patio, your deck.
Yes.
And because,
could you plant them in the ground, or do we prefer to keep them in our planter?
No, they're a wonderful bedding plant.
Okay.
All that you need to do, you give them some water and let Mother Nature do the rest. And so if you've never gardened a day in your life, but you love color and you love flowers, start here. You get the very best SunPatiens available, and you get the awesome whiskey barrel, which we can go into some of the details of why it has been our very best planter ever.
Well, I'm willing to imagine it's because it's light.
Super
Sometimes
lightweight.
a whiskey barrel is truly made out of wood, and just to pick up the planter alone is a struggle.
Oh yeah, that'd be a workout in and of itself. So lightweight was a must. It's also made of a really durable polymer, so you can leave it outside all year round, even in the winter. It's not gonna crack, it won't lose its color. You can see it has 5 drainage holes, which allow for the water to flow out naturally. But then we've also created this recessed bottom with these channels that allows any sort of humidity to escape from under your pot. That's going to protect your deck and your hard surfaces, so you don't need to do any sort of power washing at the end of the season.
Okay. And typically, if you were to go out to the garden stores just to get the whiskey planter and then the plants, we have a comparable value of almost $80. We instead here today at QVC are $42. I'm rounding a little bit by $1 or $2, but that's 50% off. And then you've got the colors here. Sometimes at the garden center, it's just black or it's just gray. We've got the white, if you look at what we planted our SunPatiens in. But if you come back to me, in addition to the white, I can also offer you natural, which I so like.
I love it.
It just feels like a whiskey barrel, right? There's your red. This one right here is your blue. And then this is your gray. And Devin's going to show you what arrives. We promise that it'll bloom early for you, but this is what you're going to get.
Yeah, exactly. So here are the 3 plants. Now you can see 3 different colors. This one is already starting to bloom. This is the lavender. And I was counting earlier, there's 2 flowers, but there's over 30 flower buds on this plant alone. And so each collection will come with the lavender, and then it'll also come with the rose glow and the classic white. And so the easiest way to do it, get your whiskey barrel, and then you want to fill it up with a good potting mix. I recommend using our black gold potting mix. You can find this on QVC.com. We'll actually ship it to your door free of charge. Makes it super easy.
Nice.
1 bag is going to fill up your whiskey barrel perfectly. And then you're just going to, dig them. place them in just like this.
Okay.
And Amy, we selected these 3 varieties. Number 1, because the colors look great with one another. But number 2, because the size and the way that they grow into one another seamlessly.
Yeah.
So,
and Bill was going to have us tilt it, but I'm scared we're going to lose some of the soil if we tilt it too much, Bill. But they fit in there beautifully.
Yeah.
And that is exactly what you did to that planter next to us, Devin. So eventually, these 3 healthy plants that arrive home are going to turn into this big, giant barrel. And I'm telling you, we've got a few items in our show today that I promise you, if you are looking for color and looking for blooms, but you are scared because you wouldn't necessarily call yourself a gardener, start with SunPatiens. They're so easy, and we even provide the planter in this order.
It's the best because you can grow them in the sun, you can grow them in the part shade gardens. Anyone, anywhere can grow them. You don't even have to have a garden. A balcony is going to be perfect. Let the whiskey barrel be your planter, and you can expect up to 6 months or more of flowers. And a lot of other annuals, they'll give you some color for a little bit, then they'll kind of take a time off, and then they'll bring more flowers. These ones, they just continue to flower non-stop. And that's why we love the SunPatiens, because that's why so many of us garden. We crave that color.
We sure do. I'm already excited just that our clocks
too.
changed. Imagine what I'm going to look like and feel like in April and May, and imagine what your garden will look like too. Over 100,000 orders placed at last count. We're busy again already this evening for all of our offers, so don't wait. If SunPatiens sound right